Hello. I'd like to read you 4 more chapters or sections from my treatise, The Spake Christopher, which is all about non-duality in theory and practice, and how to live properly from that non-dual perspective. So, let me share my screen here. And I just need to take care of a couple of things quickly. And okay, as I say every time I do a video, you can go to www.docbenton.com, scroll down to the best of Doc Benton, and here's where you can find Thus Spake Christopher, that short little work of 72 pages, 72 short little chapters. And we'll pick up now with chapter 21. Okay, chapter 21. The man then asked, "What do the righteous do?" I began to answer. The righteous person constantly prays for the welfare of the world and sends forth a higher vibration of love and oneness to fellow beings. Additionally, the righteous person gives to others what they can in terms of physical, emotional, and mental support. The righteous person sows seeds of goodness wherever and whenever they can, in accordance with the book of the assembler, since one never knows which ones will sprout. Also, as my father, Heart of the Eagle, used to tell me, always give to others, because when you give to others, you're also giving them a blessing. And this world was created so that we may bless one another. Thus spake Christopher. Chapter 22. The man asked, "How can I help build a better world?" I began to answer. Simply by asking the question, you have already begun to make the world a better place. Furthermore, while there are many things that can and that need to be done, not all things can be done by all people. To build a better world, each person must draw upon the gifts that are within their own heart and being. For example, if you are a gifted builder, then you can help others by building for them. If you are a gifted teacher, then you can help to heal the world through your teaching. And if you are a gifted scientist, then it is through science that you can contribute to the improvement of humanity. In other words, each of us has our own gifts, and it is by willingly giving those gifts from our hearts to others that we can build a better world. While we can all and should all engage in kindness towards one another, and while we all can pursue peace, the contribution that one person can make will often be very different from what another person has to offer. But it is only through the combined gifts of all of us that we can turn this world into a place where divinity can dwell among us. Thus spake Christopher. Chapter 23. What is the work of creation? I began to answer. There are two types of creation: something from something creation and something from nothing creation. The first is brought about by simply permuting what already exists. For example, the only difference between a clean room and a messy room is how things are arranged, and we can create a clean room by simply moving things around in a messy room. In contrast to this, something from nothing creation is a way in which we participate in bringing something into existence out of nothing. The steps for something from nothing creation may be characterized as decreeing, shaping, combining, weighing, and exchanging. Decreeing means that we inwardly make a decision to do something such as, I want to be a dancer or a singer, or I want to accomplish a doctorate in mathematics. Decreeing is then followed by shaping, where we mull things over in our mind and begin to make plans for accomplishing our goal. Combining refers to that process in which we begin to put two and two together and further refine our plans. Combining is often accompanied by several aha moments, as we experience insights and realize what we need to do. Weighing refers to that stage where our dreams start to become reality and to have measurable characteristics. And finally, exchanging is a characteristic of the stability of our creation, in that it endures even as one background is exchanged for another. It refers to the ability of our creation to be present in different contexts. For instance, we want to be able to recognize the friends and friendships we've created even as backgrounds and situations change. And expressions of love can endure even as the object of our love is transformed from family to friends, eventually to all of humanity. Exchanging is seen when we see the same pattern, such as a pattern of kindness appearing in different circumstances. This is the work of creation, and it involves both something from something creation and something from nothing creation. Thus spake Christopher. And finally, chapter 24. The man then asked, "What is the work of the chariot?" I began to answer. The work of the chariot, or Merkava, is an ancient expression that refers to the journeys one can take by practicing that form of mindfulness meditation that involves always redirecting one's attention back to the center of one's awareness, the center of the whirlwind. It is said that this method is based upon the vision of Ezekiel, but the Hebrew word Merkava for chariot never actually appears in those writings of Ezekiel that appear in the Book of Channelings, and this suggests that it is a code word for something else. In particular, I note that the numerical value of this word, when written in Hebrew, is the same as the numerical value of the Hebrew word Nazir. And in the Hebrew Bible, a Nazir is a person who has separated himself further from certain common practices, such as the drinking of alcohol, in order to attain an even higher level of holiness. Thus, I also call the work of the chariot the way of the Nazir, and it is the path that one must follow after one has already gone as far as organized religion or other teachings can take them. The final steps to wisdom have to be taken by the individual themselves, and the path both appears as one is walking along it and then disappears as one moves on. As it says in the wisdom books, it is the glory of Elohim to conceal a theme, and the glory of kings to seek it out. If one wishes to know the truth of this world, one has to seek it out and eventually walk by themselves along this path of their own creation. One doesn't become enlightened by sitting on the sidelines or by simply listening to others. Ultimately, those final steps can be taken only by listening to the voice of wisdom within. This is the way of the Nazir, and that is the way it has always been. Thus spake Christopher. And that concludes the 4 sections that I'm covering in this short video. So we'll pick up with chapter 25 next time. But for now, I'll stop sharing my screen. And I'm back. Again, I thank you for joining me. If you're here watching this video, I hope you watch the remainder, the videos that will be coming. And until then, I wish you well. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. And as I always say, so long and be well.